Donald Trump is uniquely unqualified to be president of the United States, because, not simply because of his lack of knowledge, but also because of his temperament, because of his character, because of the things that he has said out of his own mouth. It's really hard to get anybody to say somebody is bigoted or racist or whatever, because you don't know.
Have a problem saying it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Hold on, Paris. One at a time. One at a time. Go ahead, Charles.
All right. The grown-ups are thinking.
Watch it, Charles.
What we
Let's not bait each other. Let's just make the point. Make the point,
exactly.
Charles. Make the point.
But what he's trying to do is move it off of him.
I don't feel that Hillary Clinton is a proper messenger for talking about or doing anything about the black community based simply on the fact that she has not done what she claims to have done. The things that she has said that have come out of her mouth, talking about super predators as it relates to the black community or black men, as it relates to the crime bill, which put thousands of black men in prison, which she supported, when it comes to the racial overtures that she said about President Obama in 2008, which people were very highly critical of, and so did her husband.
And I have needed her to make amends on those issues. And to the degree that which she has at least recognized that you have a problem there, and then try to do something about it and talk directly to the issue and say, okay, this is where I might have been wrong on this, and I'm going to try to come around on it.
I believe Hillary Clinton is engaged in voter suppression as it relates to the black community, because she understands that in order for her to win, she has to characterize Donald Trump as a racist, a bigot, as a misogynist, and all of these things that he's not, in order to make sure that white people and people who are progressives and young minorities who are not 100% on board with her message, who don't trust her, who don't feel that she's honest, will not go to the message of Donald Trump.
This is why people have a problem with us in media. So let somebody like this come on and say that what Hillary Clinton is doing is suppressing the white vote by pointing out what Donald Trump has said in his life. That's just patently false, ridiculous. I mean, it's kind of the most ridiculous thing I've heard. Sorry. It's under the most ridiculous thing I've heard all morning long, probably all week, maybe this whole election. When you have actual voter suppression happening against black people after the gutting of the Voter Rights Act, and you have somebody, this guy, I don't even know who this guy is, comes on and talks about
former White House
Hillary
Black
Clinton
Outreach
is suppressing
Director.
the white vote by pointing out that this man is a bigot. This is what people look at us and say, this is what they say, this is media malpractice. We let this happen, we let that slide, and that is what media malpractice looks like.
We let you slide by calling out false allegations about people.
Should not be allowed to come on television and say something like that.
Charles, you do a lot and say a lot. You need to watch how you talk about somebody who was qualified to have this podium.
It's not. I'm not picking today to let that start happening. Not today, not tomorrow. That doesn't slide.